This week in Jamaica now, scrap metal trade resumes. Vybz Kartel murder trial stalls again. U.S. President Barack Obama warns of tough choices as he takes the oath of office for the second time, and hundreds of employees at risk of losing NIS benefits. Hello, I'm Heather Cummings. Thanks for joining us. After a protracted wait, the Industry Minister Anthony Hilton has announced that the scrap metal trade will reopen on Monday, January 28. According to Mr. Hilton, 2 of the 3 central sites are ready to start receiving scrap metal for export. He says work is being done at the 3rd site and it should be ready by Monday as well. The minister outlined some of the new regulations that will guide the trade, saying he's confident there are sufficient safeguards to ensure that there is order in the industry. But he says in 6 months there will be a review, and if it turns out unsatisfactory, there are several options the government will take. The multi-million-dollar scrap metal trade was suspended in 2011 by then Industry Minister Christopher Tufton. The suspension of the trade came in the wake of the widespread theft of metal items from public and private sector companies as well as private residences. There's another holdup in the murder trial of embattled dancehall entertainer Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. The case, which was scheduled to start on Monday morning, was stalled because of a juror shortage. It is now rescheduled for May 27. The Crown and the defense have expressed disappointment as they both have said that they were ready for the trial to begin. Kartel, fellow entertainer Sean Campbell, more popularly known as Sean Storm, Andre St. John and Kyra Jones were further remanded. And bail was extended for the other accused, fashion designer Calvin Hay. It is alleged that Kartel and his cronies killed Clive Lizard Williams at the home of the dancehall artist in Havendale, St. Andrew on August 16, 2011. United States legislators could be turning up the pressure on the multi-million-dollar lottery scam operating out of Jamaica. Legislators in the states of Maine, New Hampshire and Vermont have indicated that they will bring the matter to the U.S. Congress in the hope that measures and resources may be identified to fight the activity. The National Security Minister Peter Bunting has welcomed reports that legislators in the U.S. plan to bring the issue of the lottery scam to the attention of Congress.
I would feel obliged to take this matter to Parliament and get some action on it. So I cannot force congressmen or senators in the states affected by this scamming to be very concerned and to want to get some action against this.
Over a 7-month period last year, the lottery scam is said to have defrauded approximately $13 million from unsuspecting victims in Maine, New Hampshire and Vermont. The National Security Minister has said that laws to fight lottery scamming could be passed before the end of this fiscal year. And Gleaner Online readers have been weighing in on the development. One reader posted, "When someone else has to clean up the mess in your own yard, it does make you look bad. Terrible, to be honest." Another commented, "The Americans are willing to go the extra mile to protect their citizens from threats, real or imagined, at home or abroad. The same cannot be said about the leaders in Jamaica." Yet another wrote, "So to all those who are expecting that President Obama will be opening the floodgates to all Jamaicans, those who are expecting the Jamaicanization of America, dream on." In the meantime, United States President Barack Obama says the nation must make the hard choices to reduce the cost of health care and the size of the deficit. In a public inauguration ceremony that signaled the beginning of his 2nd term in office, Obama promised to uphold the Constitution and reinforced his support for gay rights. The Auditor General has found that hundreds of people could be denied state benefits because their employers have failed to pay their NIS contributions. The delinquency is highlighted in the Auditor General's annual report following audits into the accounts of several ministries, departments and agencies. NIS is a compulsory contributory funded social security scheme which offers financial protection to workers and their families. It provides benefits such as retirement, invalidity grants, widows grants and employment injury benefits. However, the Auditor General says NIS data shows that up to March 31, 2012, 1,518 employers failed to make payments to the NIS. The employers, which include both private and government entities, owe a total of $1.35 billion. And on a sad note, nutritionist Dr. Heather Little-White died on Monday night. She had been ailing for a brief period. Dr. Little-White was one of the premier nutritionists in Jamaica and was a regular contributor to the Gleaner. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now. Please continue to share your thoughts with us at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates and follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Heather Cummings, inviting you to join us again for another edition of Jamaica Now. And as we go, we leave you with some of the highlights of the inauguration of U.S. President Barack Obama.
My fellow Americans, the oath I have sworn before you today was an oath to God and country, not party or faction, and we must faithfully execute that pledge during the duration of our service.